Welcome back, everybody. Today's video is going to be a fun one. We're going to be reviewing this 2023 Gravely Pro Stance 60-inch. This is like the top of the line one they make, like the biggest deck, biggest engine, everything. I've got 50 hours on it, so we're going to be doing a 50-hour review. I've got a lot of experience with it now, enough to state my opinion and such. So, but first, it's dirty-ish. No, it's very dirty, but we're going to make it cleanish by wiping it off first so that it's presentable so you guys can see it in not filthy form. But I'm not going to wash it because I'm lazy, so we're just going to wipe it off. Alrighty, so here it is in all of its glory. This is, again, 2023 Gravely Pro Stance 60. This is a stand-on unit, obviously. I prefer stand-on units over sit-down units, but it's really a matter of opinion, but also you get a lot more done in a lot shorter amount of time. But yeah, we're just going to go over what I like and what I don't like. There are few things I don't like about it, but mostly positive on this thing. It's the first new machine I've ever had. I've always bought used, so kind of exciting, and it's a whole different ball game being in nice new equipment that still has a warranty and such. And the cat loves this thing. I mean, anytime he's in here, he's on this one. He doesn't like the John Deere. He likes this one, so that's good. But we like John Deere, so we're not going to knock John Deere. Okay, let's start off with the positives on this machine. I love that right there. Kawasaki engine, just really smooth engines. I've had Kawasaki's on other machines, and they are just so far superior to others. They seem to make way better power and just so much smoother. Everything is just much better quality on the Kawasaki's, it seems. The cat really likes this mower, so that's a plus. I mean, literally the John Deere over there, he just climbs around on this one. I don't know why. He avoids the John Deere, but we like the John Deere, so we're not going to bash it. Maintenance on this is incredibly easy. These off, just like that. It's just a little protective guard. These little rubber things here. You just line them up, pop them in, and they're covered. Those are just for protection, keep things from falling on the pulleys. If the belt were to snap, something to keep it from flying, but you're not trapping grass and things in there, you can still blow it out. This cover, you just undo the wing nut here and the wing nut here and move the cat, and you have full access to the pulleys and everything under there. I'll show you that right now. No tools needed here either. That is what's nice about this mower. A lot of maintenance free, no tool kind of deal, so you can do this stuff on the fly a lot easier. Now that it's off, I have access to everything. If I need to replace a belt, super easy to do, nothing in my way. I can get to the tensioner right there on the left real easily. Everything is accessible, which is fantastic. Okay, the other thing with this mower that I really like is the control station. All the controls are in the perfect spot, it seems, just right. I like that the choke, the key, the clutch, and everything are out from underneath of the controls. A lot of times, such as on the John Deere over there, they're tucked up underneath all the bars. So you're reaching in under all your controls, trying to set stuff up, get the blades on, adjust the throttle, and everything is in each other's way. This, it's all back, out from under stuff. The throttle does go under a little bit, but that's fine. It's not an annoyance or anything. They're also out of the way enough that when you're leaning on it, you aren't going to bump them, disengage your blades accidentally, anything like that. 50 hours, 50.1. So basically brand new, but yeah, so I've put 50 hours on. I've got some experience with the machine and just getting to know it well. The control, as far as the control station goes, the pad is super thick, super comfortable. This edge kind of keeps you from sliding around. Really nice. The other thing that's awesome, other thing that's awesome, see those rubber? They're just like rubber dampeners, whatever you want to call those. Those are what the platform rides on. Give it some really good cushion. I mean, it is super comfortable. So let's say that you're mowing a super steep hill and you're getting a little tipsy, you're getting uncomfortable. You want to transfer your weight over to the side somehow. Instead of just scooching over all the way to the edge of the platform and leaning, you have this spot right here. This is thick metal. This is strong. All my weight, that's all my weight on it. It's not moving. It's not creaking. What's creaking is the platform. It's the rubber things kind of moving around for the dampeners. You can transfer your weight. There's a lip on this side, so you're not going to slip off onto the tire and hurt yourself or whatever. Your foot is planted. It's not going anywhere. You can stick your foot in there, put your left foot all the way to the side, use your controls and lean without feeling like you're going to fall off. And that weight transfer helps keep the machine in place as well, which is really nice. A lot of machines, you don't have that. That's a really cool thing that you can just tell when they were designing it. The people who designed it actually used it and got to experience that, which is awesome. The other thing I really love is that everything, I already kind of mentioned this, but everything is super accessible. Like, this is your oil reservoir for your hydros. We're just right on top, right there. Fuel filter, right there. Battery, right there. Fuel pump, right there. Air filter, right there. Let's see, carburetor right on the front if you were to need to do something with that. Oil check right there. Spark plugs right out and open. All the cables are out in the open. The drain plug for the oil right here, out in the open. Everything is just so accessible. It's crazy. I've never had a machine where everything is just right in front of your face. Fuel gauge is right there. Forgot to mention that when I was talking about the platform. You look through here, you see your fuel gauge, and which is super nice. This cable kind of is in the way, which is kind of obnoxious, but yeah, so fuel gauge right there, super nice. You don't have to get off the machine or lean over or whatever to see it. You just look and you see what you need to. Yeah, so as far as positive go as well, those tires that come on it are far better than a lot of other tires that come stock. There's another kind that are more rounded, which I dislike because you lose traction with the rounded edge, but everybody's about keeping the lawns from getting ripped up. But if you know how to use the machine, that is not a problem. Other thing I like, fuel neck is on the driver's side, so you pull up. Most vehicles, it seems, the fuel fill is on the driver's side, at least with trucks. I don't know about cars as much, but driver's side, you pull up, you fill the truck, and you fill this. You don't have to turn around, spin around, wrap the hose around, whatever. It's on the right side of the vehicle, and you're good to go. Just look at how massive it is. See how wide it is, how tall it is. It's just a big machine, and it's got the perfect weight balance for hills. You don't feel unstable. It's just a really solid, well-built machine with a good, simple design, which is something I really like because I work on my own equipment a lot. So that is a huge plus. Other thing, warranties. Engine, I believe, is 3-year warranty. Transmissions, I believe, are 5-year warranty. Overall machine, I think, is 1,000 hours. So warranties forever, which is fantastic on a mower. That means I don't pay out of pocket for repairs unless it's something I personally made happen because of something stupid I did. It's really nice. So warranties, awesome to have. First brand new machine I've ever bought, so it's a weird thing to have a warranty and not worry about fixing things myself. Anywho, big fuel tank. That's a big plus. This fuel tank, I believe, is 9 or 10 gallons. Big old fuel capacity. You can do a lot of mowing and not have to be stopping for fuel a lot, which is really nice. Those are the pluses, the good things. The chute blocker doesn't come on this standard. That is something I added on. As far as things go that I dislike, here we go. Now we're going to be negative. Also, don't be jealous of the Crocs and socks rocking that today. Negative things. Let's see. There are some things I do dislike about this machine. We'll start with the deck height adjustment. It is this handle, and this is your different adjustments. It's by 1/4 inch increments, I believe, yes. And then you'll see there's this foot pedal over here. So this is an assist, because the way they did this, they didn't make it light enough that you can just adjust it by hand easily. So they added a foot assist, which is all right, but it kind of sucks at the same time. So I'll see if I can get you a view. I have to put my foot over here, and then I can grab this, and then I pull with all my might, and then let it go. So I have to pull back, push this button, then I can let it down, which is fine. But the annoying thing is, to get it back, it's really hard, like, to just do it with your hand. And they realized that, so they added this foot thing. So with my foot, I won't even touch it. You can see it moving. However, that is annoying. I don't want a random pedal there right by the tire. I also don't want to have to be moving around on the platform or leaning to the side to be doing this. This should be something that you can just do with one hand, like the John Deere. This should have enough spring assist that you can just pull back and let go, and you're good to go. However, I do like the adjustment. This pin is magnetic. You just stick it in, and it stays on its own. No pins, nothing. And then you just let your deck down to the right height, pull it up when you're done. I'm not doing this all by hand either. You can see I'm using my foot because it's too hard to do by hand. So, kind of annoying. I don't love that. But that's something I can get past because the rest of the design is great. This is fantastic. This whole thing with the foot assist and all that, that's just seems unnecessary to me. Just add bigger springs, whatever you need to do to make it easily enough to do with one hand. That's not something that affects the use of the machine. It's just a personal thing I don't love, but it's not going to affect whether I like the machine or not, because other than that, it's great. One thing, this has only got 50 hours. See how there's dark stain marks where my legs lean if I'm on a hill or whatever? I don't understand why that's happening. Somehow this material is already turning dark. It's only got 50 hours, and my pants aren't dirty all the time. I mean, you're out in the dust and mowing, but like, why is it getting stained already? I'm sure it would wipe off with work, but I just don't feel like that should be a problem already. The John Deere over there, you can see where the knees are, there and there. It has it, but it doesn't have the whole leg, and that thing is got almost 2,000 hours on it. So I don't know why this whole pad is already changing colors. Not that big of a deal. That's just cosmetic. It's just something I noticed already is happening, which is kind of weird. The other thing, this leathery plastic stuff is not crinkling over here, but it's starting to crease over here, which makes me think we're going to start getting tears or something already, which seems like a quality issue, but maybe not. Maybe that's just the way I stand. I don't know, but we'll see over time if that gets worse. The platform design is really great. They did make this where it goes up, so you can still put your platform up and out of the way, which is great. So let me show you that. So let's say space is an issue or something on the trailer, in your shed, in your shop, whatever. You can just put this up, pull this pin, and it is up and completely out of the way. So you save all that space where the platform usually would be about out here. So then when you want to let it down, pull the pin and push it down, and it's back to normal. That's a really nice addition. I know I was saying negatives, but that's kind of good. That's not negative. That's a good thing. Other negatives, I do like that there's a fuel gauge. I don't like that it's all the way down there. You have to look all the way down through this thing to the bottom to see it, which is fine. It's just one more of those little things that over time you just don't love, which that's kind of another petty little detail, but it is something that you start to realize over time gets annoying. Okay, so one negative thing, the way they did this is metal here, and then back behind is black metal. It's really cool. Like, you get this really cool indented gravely look, but it gets all this grass and crap stuck in it, and you can't really get it out even when you're washing it. It's really cool looking, but it's one of those things that's going to trap stuff and start corrosion, which is not a great thing, but it's not really going to matter because I clean this thing a lot. It always gets blown off after lawns and stuff like that, so it's not like it's really going to affect the longevity. It's just another one of those little things that could possibly become an issue over time. This is kind of a big deal. This is the number one thing I do not like about this mower. However, it does have its perks. See how here's the back tires and you're behind them. That adds, I don't know, 1.5 to 2 feet of extra distance behind the tires. So now when you're coming around a corner or spinning around or whatever, you have to think about the fact that you are standing way back. You're what's sticking out. So if you bump into a tree or a house or something, you get hit. The platform gets hit, you get bumped, you get hurt, whatever. Not that big of a deal because that's how a lot of people are building these nowadays. However, you also create a balance where there's weight behind the tire. So if you're going up a really steep incline, you are starting to lift the machine up off the front tires. So you can easily step off, fold the platform up, and walk behind it for your steep hill or whatever, or just step off for a second. But it creates a balance issue when you're going up a steep incline. The reason I say that, this John Deere is just basically a right stand-on mower. Look up right if you don't know what I'm talking about. You see how the platform is inside of the wheels. So you're standing in there. There's things that stick out before you. So if you were to spin around, there's no tail swing. There's just this little bit right here sticking out behind you that if you spin around, you could bump something with. But the odds of that happening are much lower than that happening with this. There's a lot of overhang, which is fine. But it's one of those things, like I said, don't be chewing on stuff. You don't get to chew on things. But like I said, that is an annoyance and could be a danger thing. But obviously, if you're running the equipment like it should be, that shouldn't be an issue. Those are the negative things. So really not a whole lot. The only thing that I see as a major issue that could cause injuries or issues would be that you're standing behind the wheels. But that is just part of the way these mowers are designed now. The Toro mowers, trying to think of what else. A lot of the bigger name mowers now are all doing it this way too. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something after running a machine like that you decide that you don't like, but not that huge of a deal. The rest of the issues, like the height adjustment and the fuel gauge being way, way down there, are not affecting the functionality so much. They're just kind of little annoyances. Cut quality is fantastic. It gives really nice cut, really good stripes. I'll throw in some pictures here if I can find some. Of what kind of cut quality and stripes this thing puts out. It's pretty good. I will say a negative thing, the blades that come on these stock are garbage. They gave me 2 different sets of blades, one that were just kind of a medium lift and then a high lift blade. Both of them made really bad cut. They just didn't get all the grass. There was stripes between the blades. I put the Ballard Gold blades, which is a mulching and high lift hybrid blade on. Sorry if you don't know what all these terms are, but some of you guys know. But those helped with the cut quality a lot. There is still little stragglers, little things that get left here and there that I'm not sure that it's the mower. It might just be the grass. But they are little things here and there that I'm like, why is that still there? I just went over that, whatever. But obviously a second pass always makes the stripes pop and helps the appearance of the lawn. So not an issue there. But the Ballard Gold blades helped a lot with cut issues. But the stock blades are not great. So just know that when you buy one of these, you should be ready to buy some better blades for it. So the big question that I would have if I was watching this review would be, would you recommend this mower to someone else? And I would say absolutely. It's got a great engine. It's got really good transmissions. It's got good speed. It makes good stripes. It's a smooth ride, really good warranty, solid build. The welds are really, really nice. The paint is really nice. It's not scratching off as easily as any other mower I've ever had, which is really cool. The stickers, even, nothing's peeling, nothing's starting to look funny. Everything is just well built and seems like it's going to last a long time. Big fuel tank capacity is really nice. It comes with nice tires, comfortable pad, and just everything about this mower is really nice, and I would definitely recommend it to somebody. It has its quirks, as every machine. If I were to do a review on the John Deere over there would be a lot more negatives, but part of that is that machine is 8 years old now. It's far from new. Mowers have come a long ways in the last 10 years or so. So there is a lot of differences in the design of these two, which is also a factor that plays in. I'll have to do a video sometime soon comparing the Gravely versus the John Deere. The John Deere is a 52-inch deck, but it is same horsepower, all that, same category basically, just with a little bit smaller deck. So one of these days I'll do a comparison video so that people can see the big design difference between these two mowers, because John Deere still makes those in the same style, same frame. So yeah, if you were to be deciding between a John Deere or a Gravely or any other brands or whatever, that comparison video will be able to help you kind of see the differences and such. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend this mower to other people. Price point is really good as well. I forgot to mention that. Price point is really good compared to other machines. Yeah, so overall, I mean, if I had to rate it, I think I would give it an A, because the issues, the things I don't like are just little things really, and design differences that I don't love. But yeah, I would give it an A in design, and would I recommend it and what I think of it, it's an A. Everything about it just seems well built, super easy maintenance, which is a huge deal for a guy like me who does all that himself. So yeah, that's what I think of the machine. Hopefully this gives you a good perspective of this machine and what it's about, and just the general quality and everything about it. I like it. It's a good machine. So thanks for tuning in. Hope this video helps if you are in the market for a mower, or is entertaining if you're just watching it to watch it. And I will catch you on the next one, which will be this mower versus the John Deere that's hiding over there in the corner. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. Also, like and subscribe, because no one does that and it's lame.